Hey, welcome back to Quick Looks with the Casual Hour. My name is Bobby. Joining me today is Chase Kinnicky, the gamer on the go, and we are going to take a trek to Yomi. How you feel about that, Chase?
I don't know. I thought I was really excited about this because it's something we've been anticipating for weeks. You've got me a little bit more worried about this, though, Bobby.
Yeah, man, I'll just come right out at the beginning of this quick look and say I've played a little bit of this game, and I love to look at it. I don't know how much I like to play it, man. It just does not feel very good. And it's such a bummer because I have loved everything about this game leading up to playing it for some time now. And I am just not happy with how it feels.
That is a real bummer. Let me tell you what else I know about this game while you're murdering people or getting murdered, one of the two. Trek to Yomi released early this month, May 2022. It's $20. It's developed by Leonard Menchiari, I'm gonna say, and Flying Wild Hog is the studio as well. Flying Wild Hog, you might know them from Shadow Warrior, those games, and this is published by Devlover. We love Devlover stuff here, and Devlover usually hits. And man, this one just doesn't seem to be. It's on PC, it's on Xbox, it's on PlayStation. And man, it is such a looker. Like when
It is.
The thing that I remember when what is it called? The Sucker Punch game.
Ghost of Tsushima?
Ghost of Tsushima, thank you. When that game was like, oh, we have our Kurosawa mode, and it just made the game black and white and didn't really understand what Kurosawa mode meant or what it should be. And this game felt like, no, we know what it should be. Like, you need to have a little bit of that graininess to it. You need to have these kind of filmic effects to it. It's not just that it's in black and white. And so it looks great. When you say it doesn't feel good, what do you mean by that exactly?
I mean that the act of like hitting, there's just not a weight to the combat. Like the mechanics of the game are fucking atrocious. I'm sorry, they are. They're just not. They're not a great feeling game, and I love the look of it. It's just like that guy on the ground. You can see that he's got some sort of vest on, so he needs a heavy attack. I've got a quick attack. You can see in the bottom left, all those little pips are my health, and you can see your stamina's going down. So once you're exhausted, you're exhausted. There is a heavy attack, but there's combos. So like if I did light, heavy, that should stagger somebody and stun them. You can quickly turn around. So there's a stab move also if you push forward or backwards, and that's a lot of your combat's going to take place on this. Like as I'm moving my character now, he's not going to turn around unless I make him do so. There is a block that will take your stamina down. There is a parry that I don't think they give you a really great indication of when you should be using it, and that's a bummer because it's a big aspect of how you should be doing swordplay in this game. There is also, here's all your combos. So like you can see your offensive, your defensive. You do have other skills that you can get. There's artifacts that you can come into, and so like this here, weird shit that you're finding from like artifact stuff, journals. Story's been pretty light. I mean, very just okay. See if I can grab these. I think I'm already full up on them, but yeah. Oh, there we go. So I've got a shuriken that I can throw.
Sure.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, there we go. So I can now throw one of those.
I know this term gets thrown around a lot, but would you classify this as kind of Souls-like? I mean, I know it's got a stamina system. That doesn't mean it's a Souls game, but
no, I would not.
Okay.
The reason I say no is I will try and show it off here when we get to this next spot, but most of these guys, like, and that's the thing, like, it feels like swinging the sword There's no weight to it, man. It's like these are two guys that have no armor on. They are killed with 2 hits, and I can appreciate like a fucking katana is gonna kill somebody. Like I'm not saying that it shouldn't, but like it doesn't feel like there's any weight or swiftness. And I did not care for Ghost of Tsushima as much as most people did. I thought it was just kind of dull in its approach to the open world genre. But the sword play in that game, you felt it when you swung. Like it felt very good mechanically.
I even think about a game like Katana Zero that is
Yes.
you know, very much similar in that it's a kind of 2D with these sword slashes. It's a much different game, but that game, the way it used slow motion or you know, kind of that ninja disappearing kind of thing as you're just like quickly zooming from like a snap from one side of the screen to the other. That also gives that kind of satisfactory kind of weight to look at this fucking sword slash and look at the particle effects that are coming off it. And this game doesn't have that, to your point. Like the closest it has is maybe like when you clash swords and you hear that ting, but it doesn't. Yeah, it does feel a little weak, even looking at it.
Yeah, and again, like I don't have any indication there. Like I'm not great at this game. I'm not here to tell you all that like I'm playing this really well. I'm here to tell you that I don't like it because I don't think it feels good. But there's no, like outside of them just swinging the sword, right? There's no indication that you're going to be getting a parry window.
And I wonder if being in black and white is not necessarily helping it.
Like I parried there.
Okay, not that it's necessary to have that. I mean, we just talked about other ways with slow motion or particle effects or lots of different things like that. But color is one of those things that developers use as indicators on things. And
Right.
I wonder if maybe, we're in black and white because we're adhering to a vision, might actually be hurting this in a gameplay department. But yeah, it's like there's just. I get they're going for an aesthetic, but there's just no indications of stuff on screen. Like the reason people like the quote unquote Batman combat, or the Assassin's Creed stuff is that you get good visual indicators of when you should be blocking or parrying, or when you're supposed to use some kind of counterattack. And you're right, I'm just not seeing it here. I love this. Like, just keep walking back and forth and looking at this slow camera zoom. This is great. That's all awesome.
Right.
But yeah, that combat is not doing it for me.
You know, like I would have even liked. Like, all right, I'm gonna throw it out there. I would have loved to have a game like this where all this shit's great. You're exploring, you're picking things up, you're finding new gear, and make it a fucking turn-based game. Right? You know, like do shit with that. Like, give it. If the combat is a problem, and I understand that they want this to be like an action Ronin type, like that I can appreciate, but it just doesn't feel good. It just does not feel good at all. But like, the other thing too is like this is the closest you can get in on your character. There's gonna be cutscenes that'll happen with this. That face doesn't fucking move when they do it.
Yeah.
And you can tell that these models were designed to be seen from a very far distance. And I'm a little blown away by like how much of this like open worldness you have to go between, which I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
But it's just weird to have these little in-between moments that you're going to be dealing with.
Are you ever
attacks like
Are you ever fighting in a 3D space, or do all the fights take place?
No, it's all like this.
Okay. Interesting.
So again, 2 hits. That's all it is.
And that's not a bad thing. Like, katanas, especially if you're some badass Ronin, should be able to slice people up pretty quickly, but you should also get a satisfaction of pulling off these maneuvers correctly, or having a flow to combat. And there does appear to be a kind of stutteriness to the animations when you are going. Yeah, you're right. It's just there's just something not very satisfying about about what you're doing here. Kind of a bummer.
Yeah, it's definitely one that like I would like to see done differently for sure.
Yeah. If you do, like, the way you were talking about having more of a turn-based kind of thing, you might want to check out a game called Gunpoint. That game is 2D. It's not swords, but you're. Actually, is it Gunpoint or is it Ronin? Or maybe it's both. There are two 2D. Actually, I think Ronin's probably the better one. Gunpoint also a little bit, but Ronin has you playing as like a biker samurai, like a person on a motorcycle, and they've got a motorcycle helmet on, but they also have a sword, and that one is turn-based, where you are just slashing through dudes, and you're finding ways of chaining those slashes. It certainly doesn't look like this, but it's got a pretty good art style, and I think it's probably a lot closer to what you're looking to get out of a game like this than what this game's doing. At least from a combat standpoint.
It's just, I think that you could see where they put their energy and their efforts.
Yep.
For sure.
Well, that's a bummer. Sorry, man.
Yeah, not what I was hoping for. I was really excited for this one, and I feel pretty let down. But I know that the game's relatively short, and it's on Game Pass, so like I don't have a lot of skin in the game here. You can get through this game, I believe, in like 3 to 4 hour mark. It is on Game Pass, as I mentioned. You can play this on Xbox. I don't think it's on anything else besides that right now. I might be wrong.
PC, Xbox, PlayStation.
Okay. So, worth checking out if you have a means to do so. I would say, like, don't let my disdain throw it off for you, but it's not for me. Not for me.
Or just check out Ronin. Ronin's like normally $12 or $13. I'm looking at Steam right now. It's currently 80% off. It's $2.50.
Okay.
Maybe you should just buy Ronin instead. Just putting that out there.
If you like hot gaming opinions, let me tell you, Chase, we have a podcast for you. It's called The Casual Hour, which is who we are. We record that every Wednesday over on twitch.tv/casual hour, 10:30 p.m. Central, and then we post it Friday mornings wherever you listen to podcasts. We stream games Mondays and Fridays over on Twitch. Probably won't be streaming Trek to Yomi anytime soon, but we have a lot of other fun stuff that we will be checking out. I'm bummed. This is not typically the format or the fanfare that I like to bring to these things, but it's important that we let you know how we think and feel. And Trek to Yomi is more like a slog through Yomi, if you ask me. So thanks for hanging out and letting me lament a bit here, Chase. It's been fun. We will talk to you all very soon.